What's up, guys? Can't flip for ship here. I'm gonna apologize in advance for the wind because it's obviously like gonna be blasting at certain times, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Just because I've tried to like wait to record until the wind is gone, but then I just can never get videos out because it's essentially like the wind is like always blasting where I'm at. I don't know what it is. If like the area I'm in is like a bowl or something that just like attracts the wind, but there's gonna be wind. So now that I've spent a decent chunk of time talking about the wind, like 30 seconds wasted of your life, and then another 10 seconds afterwards talking about how I was talking about it, we can get into the video. So this is a BaliX Telesto clone. It's a really pretty Balisong clone. It's a clone of the Telesto. And to me, this is like, I never talked about getting it, but when I had the chance to get it, I was really impressed by it. It's really cool. It's a titanium Balisong clone. It's made by BaliX. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. But yeah, it's really sweet. It's a tight little thing. Why did I say it like that? Jesus Lord. It's a cool little Balisong. It's not even little, it's actually big. But yeah, it's the first things first, like a lot of people have talked about how this thing is like heavy and how it's like unwieldy, and like it's definitely heavy, but the balance is like super neutral, so it makes it to where like it's not as much of a nuisance to flip it as it is for other heavy Balisongs. So like you'll kind of notice that it's like, you know, like when you get it, you'll be like, dang, this thing's so neutral that it's like actually like pretty easy to like flip, you know what I mean? And that kind of like helps you out a little bit because it's just like, it's more maneuverable and it makes the weight like more easy to handle, more easy to like deal with. Oh shit. So that's like the first thing about this Balisong. I think it handles pretty much every trick pretty well. The only thing is that it doesn't always like to chaplain as much as other Balisongs do. So that's, you know, if you're like a big chaplainer, that might be something to consider. But it handles them okay. Whoa. And yeah, as I've kind of had it, it has like really good tolerances, but I know there's people that have said that theirs did not have good tolerances. So you can kind of judge that for yourself. As you can see, it has like the cool hardware and stuff like that, and then like these little X hedge patterns on it. I don't know like what these originally went for because I bought mine secondhand, but I think they were going for like maybe somewhere around $100, something like that. So, you know, they're a decent chunk of money, but nothing near like the original thing. And so I think like for that consideration, I think it's like not bad at all. It feels like a titanium Balisong, and I think that's like something that's like very important to like notate these days, because like these days these Thai makers, they're really like making a lot of Balisongs that feel like aluminum, or they sound like aluminum, or they feel, you know, very light. I think light is like the aesthetic a lot of people are trying to go for these days, which is fine. But this feels like a chunk of titanium, and that's like a feeling that I think like a lot of people should get to experience at one point. There's a lot of Balisongs that are like that feel like that big ass chunk of titanium, and I think it's a fun thing to experience and just to see and try, because you know that big chunk feel is always like a cool thing. And I think like chabs and stuff like that, they'll give you a good chance to feel that. So there's definitely other options, but this is a cool one for the price range. And it has that ring and that kind of like that thick kind of sound where you kind of you hear the weight of the Balisong, which is a cool thing, which you don't always get with other Balis that are like in similar league. In terms of like flippability, I think like this is not a Balisong that you're going to be doing like, you know, some kinds of crazy tricks on. This is kind of like more of a Balisong that like I don't feel free flipping this as I do flipping like, you know, a Kraken or something like that, but I do like it. It's just a different type of experience because it feels like sometimes it can get a little bit wonky. Oh shit. And that could just be my flipping. I don't really like neutral Balisongs as much, but this is a Balisong that definitely can feel wonky. And to that same note, like I've seen people online, like I watch a lot of clips of people flipping, and I've seen people who can really flip. like posting clips of a lot of different ballad songs, but I've never seen someone like really flipping a Telesto. And I'm sure like I say that and then people are going to be in the comments like, well, have you ever seen Bally Guy 5388's video of him flipping the Telesto? It's absolutely insane. It's like, yeah, I mean, I believe you, but I'm not going to like seek it out. But yeah, that's pretty much like my thoughts on it. Oh shit. It's a great ballad song for the money. It's more of an experienced ballad song, the same way like a machine-wise ballad song would be, where like you just want to get it for the feel, for the sound. But it's not really like a super competitive flipper. But I say that, but then it's also like, you know, this ballad song also is like neutral, so it can get away with like a lot, and it can feel really good for like certain tricks. That are like a little bit harder with ballad songs that are less neutral. So you could probably flip this if you really wanted to and get a good feel for it. But like aside from like really trying to make it work, I don't think this is like the kind of ballad song where it's like just a automatic type of ballad song. At least I don't feel that way about it. And that's kind of like my verdict on it. But it really is nice, and it's really pretty. I think if you were gonna drop $100 on anything, like, there are like competitive options like for flipping. And again, this is like obviously if you support clones. If you don't support clones, then the conversation's like not even worth having had, unless you're just interested in Telesto and you're like, I want to try something before I invest all that money. Then yeah, go ahead. But yeah, like I said, I mean, if you're interested in spending $100 on something, and what is there in that range? There's some good stuff from LDY, probably some good stuff from the Bally. But other than that, and obviously not like, a titanium live blade you're not going to get. So this is a good option. But I think for the money, I would probably recommend just getting the Chab clone. It may be a little bit outdated in the modern day to get something like that, but there are other options. There's the Gaboon clone if you like a lighter knife, you know what I mean? If you like something that's like lighter and more free, that'd probably be a better option. Kraken clones, if you support clones and you just want to save $1 or $2, that's a way better option. But yeah, I would go with that over this. But this is an experience, right? Like if you like the look of it, and definitely the sound, like this is probably one of the best sounding clones I've ever flipped. If you like the sound and you like the look, for $100, titanium live blade ballad song, like this is a really awesome offering. So again, it's like anything else, like it's going to come down to like what you like, what really matters to you. And so for that reason, I can't say that I don't recommend it, but like personally, I'm not like so super convinced on it. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the review for the BaliX Telesto. People are going to ask like, oh, how does it compare to the Bali Plus Telesto? And like, honestly, dude, like I only really flip like what comes to me. I'm not going to like seek out every clone so that I can cross-reference them. I mean, I really wish I could, but I have to like save up for like a wedding and stuff. And so like, I can't be like spending a lot of money on ballad songs all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much the verdict on this. If I wouldn't imagine that like a different clone would feel substantially different. Maybe some small tweaks, but like the frame and everything are pretty much similar. The weight is going to be pretty much similar. So I don't see it being like something where it's going to be like a game changer. That's the only thing I can offer you. And a lot of people have said like this is one of the better ones. So I don't even know like how the bad one would be. So we'll see. But that's really it I mean, I'm kind of dragging it at this point. So that's really the review of this ballad song. If I had to give it a number of quality, I would say like for a clone when it was new, I would say it's probably like a 7 out of 10. And then in terms of like just overall, I would say probably like a 6 out of 10, because clones have a lower standard of quality, but it still stands up, and it's still like quality materials and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the review, guys. Let me know what you think about this ballad song in the comments. This is a clone that's actually gotten a lot of hype. A lot of people like it. I like it as well, but I don't know if I'll be keeping it because it's not really fitting to my preferences. It is a little bit too heavy for me, a little bit too neutral for me. Honestly, it's not too heavy. I could probably handle the weight, but the neutralness and kind of like the longness of it sometimes are a little bit of a hindrance. And I don't know. It's just not my style. But it is a good ballad song if you're interested in it. So yeah, that's it. Rock on.